Lake Chuzenji, also called Sea of Happiness. Lake Chuzenji is a scenic lake in the mountains above the town of Nikko. It is located at the foot of Mount Nantai, Nikko's sacred volcano, whose eruption blocked the valley below, thereby creating Lake Chuzenji about 20,000 years ago. Lake Chuzenji is Japan's highest elevation natural lake, located just west of Nikko. The area's altitude and stunning scenery draw visitors looking to escape the humid Japanese summers. It's also popular in the fall for its incredible autumn leaves. The terrain around Lake Chuzenji is hilly and forested, with a small cluster of restaurants, shops, and hot springs known as Chuzenji Onsen on the northeastern shore. While there, stop by Nikko Natural Science Museum with exhibits explaining the area's natural history. Hiking trails run round the entire 25-kilometer circumference of Lake Chuzenji. Even a small portion of this will give you an amazing perspective of the lake and sacred Mount Nantai. At nearly 2,500 meters, Mount Nantai is the most prominent feature in the area around the lake. Hikers typically start climbing from Fudoraisen Jinja Shrine, at the base of the mountain. Revered since ancient times, Mount Nantai is a sacred mountain where the gods worshipped at Fudoraisen Jinja Shrine dwell. The whole hike typically takes around 7 hours. Reach the top and you'll be rewarded with an unforgettable vista across Lake Chuzenji. Chuzenji Lake was discovered in 782 by a priest named Shoto when his group succeeded in climbing Mount Nantai. Considered sacred, the mountain was closed to women, horses, and cows until 1872. In the middle of the Meiji period and early Showa period, many European embassies built vacation houses around the lake. The former Italian villa has been renewed and is now open to visitors. Other sites around the lake include Fudora Shrine built in 790, Chuzenji Temple, and Kegon Falls. In spring, cherry blossoms are blooming. In summer, people can escape the heat and enjoy bird watching and hiking. In fall, of course, there are the famous beautiful autumn leaves, and in winter there is the Snow and Ice Festival, plus winter sports like skiing and skating. Of course, Lake Chuzenji is worth visiting in any season. The autumn colors are highly recommended, but it's the cool and fresh summer air that makes Lake Chuzenji really stand out. In the late 1800s, European diplomats stationed in Tokyo built their summer residences along the lakeshore. Since then, the Italian and British embassy villas have opened to the public, offering vintage architecture, serene parks, and mesmerizing lake views. To get to Lake Chuzenji, you need to take a bus from Nikko, the famed temple town. The bus will climb up the steep and extremely winding Irohazaka. The slope covers a height difference of 400 meters in just a few kilometers. Looking out the window, you will notice that every road's hairpin curve is not only marked with a number, but also with a hiragana letter. There are 48 bends altogether, counting both the curves on the separate upwards and downwards roads. It's the same number of hiragana in the Japanese alphabet. About 1,000 years ago, a monk came up with a unique way to organize those letters, a somber poem in which every hiragana symbol appeared only once. The poem begins with the hiragana I, Aro, and Ha, thus the slope's name. Japanese travelers tend to know the poem by heart and may recite it on the trip. Walking along the shore of the lake or taking a slow rowboat trip, you will see many anglers standing on rocky outposts trying to catch Lake Chuzenji's famous trout. Trout is the signature dish served by many of the lakeside restaurants. It's grilled Western style, with a slice of bread and lemon on the side. The restaurants also sell smoked trout to take home. This sightseeing ship operates in Nikko National Park in Nikko City, Tochigi Prefecture. Passengers can choose from a wide variety of courses, including one that takes the ship around Lake Chuzenji and one that visits the lake's most famous spots. Hourly boats circle the lake counterclockwise, stopping at Chuzenji Onsen, Shibugahama Pier near Ryuzu Waterfall, a pier near the Italian and British embassy villas, and Chuzenji Temple.